music industry, the rappers, they're definitely responding with their music, with their songs. And G-Unit just dropped a song today, and it's called "Ah Shit." All right, so it goes like "Ah Shit," like here we go again, the cops, you know same old, same old tune, So
Right.
I mean, in the beginning of the song, I can't play the song right now. I wish I could, but just for copyright reasons, we're not. But I'll read to you what just a couple of things that really stood out to me in the song and stuff. So in the beginning,
Where can
they
where can
play.
they get the song if they wanted to get the song?
We'll upload the song on Real Loud Radio so they can go check it out. It's probably on Hot New Hip Hop and
Or
all
maybe
those
hit him
websites.
with Twitter. Hit him with
Yeah,
Twitter.
but we'll
Actually,
upload
go
it on
on our
Twitter for you
Twitter
guys. Real Loud
site,
Radio,
Real Loud
follow us.
Radio fam. You'll be
Yeah.
able to see a lot of stuff that we've been tweeting so on regarding Mike Brown. A lot of things, including some positivity that we're going to be talking about in the show. So definitely check that out.
So the G-Unit song, "Aw Shit," in the beginning they play, Eric Garner, the clip of, him saying, I'm not doing anything, what I'm saying, just leave me alone. Like telling the officer, just leave me alone, I'm not doing anything. Can you please leave me alone? So you hear that in the beginning. And then 50 Cent in the chorus, he says something like, you have your hands up and you're still getting shot. So, I mean, that's like, Mike Brown, he had his hands up and he just got shot. And he had his hands up saying, look, I surrender. I'm not doing anything. I am innocent. And Eric Garner, same thing. Hands up, like, look, just leave me alone. I'm going home. I'm breaking up a fight. I mean no harm. I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm innocent.
Right.
And so I like how 50 Cent put that in the chorus. I mean that's what happened in the Mike Brown case and the Eric Garner case, and it's crazy. Also, Young Buck was on the song, because he's in June, and he said, Mike Brown went down. Now my city said, fuck the cops. So he's really being loud, and he's saying, yo, straight up, fuck the cops. And we're not saying that here at Real Loud Radio. I'm just reading this to you guys, so don't get all crazy on me. This is what Young Buck said in the song. You know what I'm saying? He's really loud about this, and it's going back to like NWA days when the song "Fuck the Police," and we've heard that song in movies, and we've seen it and heard it since when the song first came out. So we got that whole NWA feel with him saying that. And then Kid, who's actually from New Orleans, he got signed to G-Unit, and he's on the song. And he says, R.I.P. to Ezel, middle finger to the cops. So he basically saying the same thing. And Ezel Ford was killed in LAPD, by the LAPD in LA, days after the Mike Brown situation. And once again, another innocent black male walking home, minutes away from his house, just walking home, doing nothing, innocent, and cops, shoot him. He's laying down on the ground, and they just fire more shots into him, like in his back while he's laying down on the ground, helpless, I mean, it's crazy.
Yep.
I can't believe it, man. First Eric Garner, then Mike Brown, then, Ezel Ford, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, again, the LAPD, that officer that killed Ezel, didn't learn from the Mike Brown situation. And then the officer that killed Mike Brown didn't learn from the Eric Garner situation. Right. So it's just history repeating itself. And it seems like now it's like the 60s, the civil rights movement. It's like, us black people, we're fighting for our rights all over again. Because everyone has human rights. Everyone is allowed those human rights. Right. It doesn't matter what color we are. It doesn't matter where we come from, what our background is. So we have rights, and you know what I'm saying? Like, they're out there protesting peacefully, some of them, and they're saying, no justice, no peace, and that's all we want. We just want justice. If we just get the justice from Mike Brown, and the cop gets, finally we put a cop in jail for once, and we, he gets justice, then we can finally be at peace, as a nation, because this is America. America's reacting to this whole thing. People from New York, people from Miami, people from, from California,
Right.
everyone's reacting,
Yo, hit him with that Be Free tribute.
Yeah, another song, by J. Cole. J. Cole actually went to Ferguson, Missouri, and he went over there and he went to the actual scene, like where Mike Brown's body was laying on that concrete. He was actually there and he saw everything, and he went to the memorial and stuff like that, and he like left his hat on the memorial site, and on the thing it says Dreamville, and it says J. Cole, Be Free, R.I.P. Mike Brown. It was really cool that he came in support, because that's what the family and all those people out there need. They need support, yo. And J. Cole went over there, and he said, nah, man, this is crazy. So he came out with a song called Be Free, and we're going to, put that on Twitter as well. I wanted to play it for you guys, but just for copyright reasons, you know what I'm saying? So in verse 1, he says, and I'm in denial, and it don't take no x-ray to see right through my smile. I know I be on the go, and there ain't no drink out there that can numb my soul. Oh no. That's verse 1. In the hook, it repeats twice, and he says, all we want to do is take the chains off. All we want to do is break the chains off. All we want to do is be free. All we want to do is be free. Verse 2, he says, can you tell me why? Every time I step out, I see my niggas die. I'm letting you know that there ain't no gun they make that can kill my soul. Oh no. And you hear the hook again and stuff like that. And then the verse 3, he says, are we all alone, fighting on our own? Please give me a chance. I don't want to dance. Something's got me down. I will stand my ground. Don't just stand around. Don't just stand around. And it's crazy. I mean, he definitely, see things for what they really are. I mean, he's saying,
right,
no x-ray, you know what I'm saying? Like, he really sees it. He sees what's going on.
Yeah.
And, it's like he can drink and smoke and do all this stuff, but at the same time, he's still going to hurt. He's still going to feel that pain that he's seeing, like, these, young brothers out here dying, you know what I'm saying? It's pain, like nothing's gonna numb that pain, it's hard, it's really messed up.
And like, actually, and another thing that he was quoted as saying, in basically in tribute to Mike Brown, and I've tweeted it, so check our Twitter, and you will see that one of the things that J. Cole was mentioned as saying was something to the effect of this. We become distracted. We become numb. I became numb, but not anymore. That could have been me easily. It could have been my best friend. I'm tired of being desensitized to the murder of black men. I don't give a fuck if it's by police or peers. This shit is not normal. I made a song. This is how we feel. Rest in peace to Michael Brown and to every young black man murdered in America, whether by the hands of white or black. I pray that one day the world will be filled with peace and rid of injustice. Only then will we all be free. So he was, that was a statement. And that was real, real loud. And I'm really happy that he is came out on that. And Naughty, I also wanted to say another person that has come out, or people that have come out, is Chris Brown, in tribute to Mike Brown.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy. I mean, I could see a lot of, artists that really speaking up about it. And it was crazy because I saw this documentary today. Mm-hmm. It's called The Field, and they did one for Chicago, but they made a documentary for Miami. And what's crazy is what stood out to me, and when I was watching it, it's like, wow, like Miami, like what does this have to do with Ferguson, Missouri? It has a lot to do with it, because in 1979, 4 Miami police officers beat a black businessman, Arthur McDuffie, to death following a high-speed chase. And the crazy thing about Arthur McDuffie was he was a black activist. And there are activists out there right now. They're protesting against this.
Right. Exactly.
And the reason, and they protested in Miami too. This happened in Overtown. 3 days of rioting ensued in Overtown. They were protesting because the officer of course, that were involved in the beating and the killing of Arthur McDuffie, they were acquitted, by an all-white jury. So, they rioted because they wanted justice. So now we're doing that. So as I said before, history repeats itself. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I would definitely, check out the Field Miami documentary. It was a really good one, and that's how it relates to, the whole Mike Brown situation and, the riots in Ferguson. I mean, this is still going on. They have, the troops, the National Guard out there. I mean, it's crazy. And one thing I want to bring up, like a personal thing. I was in the barbershop today, and it was like a black-owned barbershop, and I'm just getting a haircut, shape up, and it was on the news, and I was just in there, and we were all, getting kind of heated about it, and we're just like, yeah, man, that's not right. I mean, how are they gonna say he's a thug and all this stuff? It's like, all these news people, they're so biased, like, like Fox 5 and all these news people, and just because they saw a video, they automatically saying, oh, he stole the cigarillos, he did that, so he's a thug. But at the end of the day, he didn't deserve to go out like that. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't deserve to die over that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But another thing was, what was crazy is, I ordered these shoes online off of Flight Club. You can get like some dope J's and stuff like that. And it was taking a long time for them to come in the mail. It was taking like a week, almost 2 weeks, and I was just like, damn, I'm not even gonna get these, man. It's taking forever. They finally come in, and when I open it, they gave me a snapback, a hat for free. It matched my shoes. They were, red. I got the Carmines. You know what they look like, the Sixes. And I opened them, and I got a free snapback and a hat. And the crazy thing is, it was a St. Louis, Missouri hat, which was, you know what I'm saying? At the time, I didn't know like anything, because this was before the Ferguson stuff.
Right.
Before Mike Brown. But then now I look back, I'm like, wow, it was really meant to be for me to get this hat and for me to talk about this. You know what I mean? Like, about this whole situation in Missouri, because, Ferguson is in Missouri, and so is St. Louis. So it's like, I got that hat, so I'm rocking the same hat that, Mike Brown has, like St. Louis hat. So I'm wearing that for him, just like how, with the Trayvon stuff, I was wearing my black hoodie for Trayvon. Well, now I'm rocking that St. Louis hat for, Mike Brown and all the, protesters and activists, and they're really standing up and speaking up, no justice, no peace. That's real loud right there. And let's keep it positive with the real loud stuff.
Hey, and listen, what I wanted to say about the Chris Brown is that he has an organization called the Symphonic Love Organization. And on Sunday, I believe it was Sunday, he, and along with a lot of other people, including Trey Songz, Bow Wow, Nelly, Wale, a lot of people were there. They were playing a charity flag football game that took place in Los Angeles and Kemp Stadium. So we tweeted that. Go check that out. The organization, or at least the movement, was called Play to Change, and basically it was a tribute to what's happening here at Mike Brown. So
yeah, we'll definitely check that out.
Check that out.
Sorry for cutting you off. Like, it looks like we're running out of time.
Okay,
but this episode 4, this one was for Mike Brown. Rest in peace.
Right.
Rest in peace, Eric Garner. Also, this is also for Ezell Ford, who was killed by the LAPD in LA. Rest in peace, Ezell Ford. Stop the violence. Hopefully we get justice, and let's keep doing things the right way. Keep it positive. All right, so this was Real Loud Radio. I'm your host, DJ Real Naughty, and check you guys next time. We out.
Peace.
I know I'm a